All right, so we live. So what up everybody? It's me, JB, and we here with ReallyB to discuss week 34 of Beyond the Gate. So this is episodes 159 through 163. This week to me, it was okay. Let me
It
know what
was
you
slow, but they gave us two power weeks. I can't be mad. But
yeah,
this week was kind of slow.
it was. Because nothing, I mean, what I will say, I noticed in this I think it was Thursday's episode that we got a new set.
We did where?
You didn't see that they was at a coffee shop.
Did I miss who was at the coffee shop?
So you
So
might
let
not
me full disclosure, I had to fast forward through some stuff because
I was just about to say you might have fast forward through it with one particular group because we saw the coffee shop
oh,
on
at the Halloween party.
yeah with Halloween with
Oh, see, I thought they were just at Uptown, but it was just a different angle. So they were at a different location.
that's a different location.
Okay, new set. Okay, new set. Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole new set. That's not Uptown. That's like I think it's a coffee shop because we saw Derek and Ashley there. Then we saw Cat Chelsea, Naomi, not Cat Chelsea, Madison, and even Tomas. Yes, a coffee shop because I was like, this is a new set. I liked it.
Okay.
So we get away from
Well,
just
we've been saying that they needed to give us a new location, so I'm here for that. I'm here for a new location.
so yeah, we got a new location, so it was cute. So y'all know how I do. Y'all know I go day by day.
I'm ready.
So Monday, the first thing that I want to talk about. Actually, no, let's talk about Isaiah. I'm gonna talk about him real quick. So him and Eva, I'm I'm not really feeling him and Eva. Well, y'all know I don't feel Eva as it is, but I'm not feeling him and Eva. So you guys remember he is interviewing at Banneker. So he met up with Eva and he let Eva know he got an offer, but he's just not sure what he wants to do when it comes to this offer because of his girlfriend Yolanda. So Kat came in and saw them, and Kat was like, "What the hell is going on here?" Like, no. And then so he was like, he found out that Kat and Eva are he's like sisters. And so when Kat left, when not Kat, when Eva left, that's when Kat gave him the rundown of all the things of Eva. So what do you think about that?
I think that I understand why Kat did it, but she just annoys me. But I definitely understand why she did it. I mean, she owe Eva one.
Mm-hmm.
She owe Eva one. I can't be mad that she's getting her lick back because Eva, you was dirty. You did what you did. You purposely went after Tomas, knowing that, you know. But I just feel like a whole lot of boundaries are getting crossed in this show, and I don't understand why ain't nobody calling it out. See, this is where, and I know we're gonna get there, but this is where I have to side eye and be like, okay, y'all supposed to be giving us the black experience, and in the black experience, we don't be crossing boundaries and be justifying it. But I'll wait till we get there. I believe that was on Thursday, so I'll wait till we get to Thursday. Mm-hmm. But but Kat, I can't be mad. Kat, you owe Eva a get back. You owe her one.
Yeah. So after that, let's see. Let's talk about Samantha real quick. Because I was kind of sick of Samantha this week. So the first episode we see is this is Monday. So we see Samantha and Nathan, they are at Orphe Jeans. And the thing that I noticed about Samantha is which she's a teenage girl, so I get it. She's 16 years old. Her hormones are raging and all that kind of stuff. But just to see her with Nathan, I was like, this is one of the one times that I can say that I was so glad that June intervened because it's like, girl.
Baby June was cracking me.
I was like, baby. And again, she's 16. She's playing a 16-year-old girl. So a 16-year-old girl can't necessarily see what a horny teenage boy is trying to do to her because all he wants to do is just sleep with the girl and that's it. And so when June spilled that milkshake in his lap, that's when she's like, well, you know what? Let's go back to my place. My dads are not there. So we'll just go hang out there. I was like, why would you take him to your again? I've been 16, 17. I've snuck people in the house. But looking today at my age that I am today, would I do the things that I did at 16 and 17? Fuck no. I wish sometimes I had listened to my mama because she was like, she always just say, as you get older, you're going to realize the things that I'm saying I'm right. And I'm like, okay, girl, whatever. I don't care. But yeah.
So here's the thing. I had two different ways of looking at this. So the first way I'm looking at it is Samantha is a typical teenage girl, right? Girls don't get pregnant by themselves. And
Right.
we have, when we talk about teen pregnancy, it doesn't happen in a vacuum, and it doesn't happen by themselves. And a lot of times it's not always the guy, you know, running game on the girl. It's the girl thinking, I'm grown.
Mm-hmm.
I can handle it. It's not that serious. It's my body, my choice. So I love the storyline from the perspective of it's real. I
Mm-hmm.
loved, and I know we'll get to that. I think Thursday was my favorite day because I think we'll get to that on Thursday too. I love the way Nicole handled it. I
Mm-hmm.
love the way Martin and Smitty are handling it because they're handling it the way a parent would handle it. I don't think any parent coming home seeing their child laid across the couch with a condom on the floor, half-ass naked with some boy that they never met. I think the average parent would have handled it the same way they handled it. So I do like the storyline because I think it's a very realistic storyline.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying because Samantha's being annoying, but most teenage girls are. And they get their nose wide open
Mm-hmm.
and they make up their mind and they think they know it all. They think they got all the answers. They think they understand it. And I think if most of us go back in our mind, like you just said, when we were 16, I think most of us were guilty on some level. I'm not saying we all lost our virginity or whatever, but we were guilty on to some extent about thinking we had it all figured out and thinking we understood it all. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because I mean, I remember as a teenager, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait till I'm 18. I can't wait till I'm adult so I can do this and do that. Shit. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I wish I could go back to being a child again. Like there are days that I'd be like, I wish I can go back and be a child and just live in a child's place forever instead of being an adult. Because I'm like, ooh, my mama tried to warn me. She's like, you want to be grown so bad.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my biggest fear was getting pregnant. So it wasn't nothing nobody could say to me because
Mm-hmm.
my biggest fear was, oops. Because I was like, how in the hell am I going to tell my daddy? But I also had a whole lot of friends in high school that had to have that conversation,
I did
you
too.
know, and they weren't bad people. They weren't thoughts. They weren't hoes. They were just kids that made bad decisions that thought either A, they thought they were in love, or B, they thought they had it figured out. Like you said, we think we know better than what our parents are trying to tell. We always think, as kids, we always think we reinventing something. We
Mm-hmm.
always think that we're the first ones to do something. You know, that's what it is that's what kids do. And the reality is it's not, you know, so I like the storyline. I mean, she's definitely annoying, but I think she's being a teenager.
Absolutely. So then the next thing we get, now this saying, I will say I kind of cracked up laughing. So we're at the country club. So we see Danny and Nicole. So they are having lunch with each other. And we see Haley come up. I was like, oh, girl, go away. So Haley comes up, fake empathy, saying, I heard, Bill told me about you and Ted's divorce. I was like, girl, that he's not supposed to tell you that it's attorney-client privileges, but okay. So then we see as Haley went to go sit down at her table, and Leslie was behind her. She was like, "Psst, psst, 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 psst. Hey, wait, Miss Hamilton, look at me. Like, girl, we can work together. Like, I'm coming after your husband, but me and you we can work together because whatever you got planned, we can do." I'm like, Leslie, I think you're going to be a scapegoat very soon. I think Haley finally clicked in her brain like Leslie wants Bill gone. If I'm gonna try to take Bill out, I'm gonna put it on her. But then Haley played it off like, lady, leave me alone. You don't know anything about me. I said, oh, Haley, you trying to get on over people, but I don't think that's the one that you can get one over on. You and Leslie are the same person, and she kind of alluded to that. Y'all are the same person.
And
I'm like,
Leslie sees through it. Leslie was like, girl, I don't know what it is, but I see you. And
mm-hmm,
I think Leslie does. I think Leslie does see what the rest of us don't see. Because a scammer know a scammer.
mm-hmm. I thought it was funny. But I do believe that Haley's going to use Leslie to her advantage at some point in this scheme with
Oh, they definitely gonna link up. I don't know how. I don't know the what, the when, the where, and the how, but they gonna link up.
oh, I just thought about this. So you remember, and it's going into the preview, and I'm gonna get back to it this week. But you remember last week we were talking about Vernon on the phone, and everybody was trying to figure out who he's on the phone with, and we see in the preview for next week's episodes that he's going to a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know who that is that he's going to see.
Who is it?
It looked like it's Sharon in her raggedy wig.
It did look like Sharon. It did. I was going. Okay, so we were thinking because it did look like Sharon to me.
It looked like
But
Sharon.
I don't think that they're having an affair though.
No. It's something with
it's something that they're trying to keep from Anita.
Mm-hmm. It's Sharon in her raggedy wig.
I did think it was Sharon. Yeah.
So moving on to Tuesday. So that this episode was hilarious to me because of Kat and Chelsea. Oh God, Kat and Chelsea. So Kat and Chelsea are meeting up at Uptown, and they're talking about Chelsea Cat, right? So they have some mock-ups, and so they're just planning out their next collection, right? And so,
Which is still sold out, by the way. I cannot get my Chelsea Cat back because they're sold out.
really,
Yes. Now they have new colors coming.
mm-hmm.
Chop new colors.
Now I know they mentioned they have a spring collection as well, and I did,
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing more of the color blocking, like the one that that Treese has. Because I wanted that charcoal one. The 3 original ones that they dropped are sold out. I saw where they're supposed to be dropping more, but when I went to the link, I didn't see where I could buy them yet. So
yeah, so Kat keeps looking at the door, and Chelsea's like, Kat, why do you keep looking at the door? And she was like, oh, nothing. But then she finally said, okay, I'm hoping to run into Isaiah. And Chelsea looked at her like, girl, why are you trying to run to Isaiah? So she told her about the stuff with Eve and all that kind of stuff, which again, I get it. You want to get your get back. Because even Chelsea was like, do you have a thing for Isaiah? I was like, I think she probably do, but she just
I think she does a little bit. I do think she does a little bit.
I think she just don't want to say it just yet, right? So then she was like, and I also invited Samantha down here to bring the stuff down here. She was like, you brought Samantha. So Samantha comes on her lunch break, right from school. And Kat talks about her relationship with Tomas, and Chelsea's talking about her sex life with Madison, and little Miss Fastline behind them overhears them, and she decides to leave, and she reaches out to Nathan. I was like, oh my God, here we go.
Because that's the other thing she did when she tried to make it seem like, well, y'all are adult. I mean, y'all get to do it. I'm sorry, I'm grown.
Exactly.
But again, that's how kids think. As somebody that works with kids, they really do feel like it's the same. It's not.
Mm-hmm. They do, and it's not. So then after that, like I said, she dipped out, and so Kat is like, oh shit, my brother's gonna, get me for, talking about sex with his teenage daughter, but it wasn't y'all talking about it with her. She was just eavesdropping.
And right. And y'all weren't talking about, like you said, y'all weren't talking about it with her. Y'all were 2 grown people having conversations about y'all's grown relationships.
Mm-hmm. Now, next we're gonna move on to this scene. I was kind of like, I had 2 feelings about it. So the Nicole, Carlton, and Ted of it all. So Nicole and Carlton are going out on a date with each other. So they're in the middle of the damn hospital, and they get into it with each other. Carlton and Ted, that is. Ted is pissed off because you my friend. You've been looking at my wife for years, and now you with her. Well, Ted, she's your ex-wife at that point. And Carlton even had to call it out. Like, you want, in the words of Tony Braxton, you wasn't man enough for her.
But Ted wasn't wrong.
He wasn't.
Ted wasn't wrong.
He wouldn't. So Nicole got pissed off. And I'm like, well, I get why you pissed off because y'all were in the middle of the hospital. And even Shanice was like, can y'all do this somewhere
right.
else?
Even Shanice, when Shanice got to tell you, when Shanice got to say, excuse me. I
was like, y'all know y'all wrong.
If Shanice even said, she said, I never thought I would be the one saying this, but can y'all take this somewhere else?
Here's the thing. I get what you're saying. I agree with Ted that you can definitely tell that Carlton has been pining after Nicole, even though she was married to Ted. But he wasn't wrong. That Ted, I mean, shit, you didn't do right by her, so you snooze, you lose.
But not your friend, not your business partner. That's messy as hell. Sorry. That's what I mean by why are we not addressing the violations? Because even, and again, I know I'm jumping ahead, but even Vernon was like, oh, well, I'm sorry, what? We're condoning this too? Like, no, I would have even been okay if they had written Carlton as just a colleague at the hospital, but his business partner and his friend, hell no. Pat, I'm live. I'm live.
She said,
thank you. Thank you. Well, I do check the mail. Don't do that. Oh, I do check the mail if it's mine. I look at it. It might be a week or two before I get to it. Wait, what? Hold on, what? This fake. This not real. Pat, you heard me? This not real. I don't know what this is. It don't have no letter or nothing. It's just, it don't say nothing. I'm sorry.
No,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, well, so yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It definitely is a violation for sure, especially with your business partner. Like, dude, we got to do better. So, I guess we can move on to Elon, Jacob, and the fact that Elon is still pissed weeks later after this whole situation, where Jacob called him out for basically being a dirty cop. Here go Cajun being a troll, talking about Publishers Clearinghouse. Cajun, if you don't go to hell, you do realize you're on my channel and I can put you in a timeout. Just imagine you go to a business party last year with Ted, then going to the same business party next year with Carlton. Hilarious.
Sorry, y'all. My bad. I had to figure something out.
No, it's cool. So, because I was looking like, oh, you got a check in the mail?
Well, it is, but it looks weird. It's okay. So it is a check. It's from the Department of the Treasury. It's like it says 1223 tax refund.
Okay.
But there's no letter. It's just the envelope with a check. It's just weird. You know what I mean? But I said I'll just take it to the bank and let the bank tell me if it's right or not.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks weird. And even the way it's written, I don't want to show it on camera because even the way it's written just looks weird. But I said, hell, maybe it might be them new people they got working down there. But I'll take it to the bank. The bank will tell me whether it's real or not.
Yeah. They definitely will.
I'll take it. I ain't gonna sneeze at no free. Well, it ain't free money. It's my money. But I ain't gonna sneeze at no money.
Right.
Because I did have to amend my taxes. When I filed my taxes, I did do an amended for 2023. Mm-hmm. But that was months ago. And they normally just direct deposit it. Why wouldn't they direct deposit it? Mm. Anyway, I'll take it to the bank. Like I said, the bank will let me know whether it's real or not. Anyway, moving right along. It ain't that much money, Cajun. Ain't no free nothing. It ain't that much. It ain't that much money. Trust me. But go ahead.
So something about Elon with Jacob. So Elon is still pissed off at Jacob for accusing him of working with Joey. I was like, that shit is funny. So that was weeks ago when he was.
Why are you? But I'm wondering if. So here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if how he got in bed with Joey to begin with has to do with Isaac. or Isaiah. What's the boy name?
Isaiah.
And the reason why, because remember when they were arguing and he said, yeah, Dad, I know I got into some legal issues, but that was when I was younger. So I'm wondering if Isaiah was working, was like a corner boy or something for Joey, or if Joey helped, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, why all of a sudden now, but it was interesting to me that as soon as they got into the argument with the son, he ran to Joey. And he was bringing up some old stuff. I'm just wondering if he did something to cover up or either help him get out of some mess or cover something up. And that's how he even got in bed with Joey to begin with. Because I do feel like he was probably at one point in time a good cop. But something caused him, and it was before the Martin shit. Because you already had Joey on speed dial by then.
So what I think I heard was, Isaiah did do some stuff, but I think Malone helped him get out of it.
So maybe, but Malone is in bed with Joey.
Yeah. Because that's why he went down there where Joey is, because he wants Malone to go ahead and just retire and get the fuck
right.
away.
He wants right, because he wants, and again, I think the son triggered that. I think the son triggered that reaction because of whatever. I bet you when we finally get to the bottom of how he got in bed with Joey, I bet you it goes back to the son.
Child, I realized that them kids all got biblical names in this episode, because he got a son named Luke, Jacob, and now Isaiah. I said, biblical names, huh? Okay.
Listen, maybe that's how they family roll.
Because I was like, and Isaiah felt like the biblical version of. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So Isaiah comes down to the precinct, and they get into, and so then he starts getting into it with Isaiah. I was like, dude. Now, what I will say is, I realized, I'm like, okay, Elon, you just an angry person too, because you mad about you're mad that your son didn't go to the police force. Like, you're mad that your son didn't go to the police force, so you want him to, because Luke is. So we found out that Luke is a cop. So I'm like, we eventually gonna meet Luke at some point. And so Luke is a cop. Luke is a cop. Jacob is a cop. But Isaiah says that he says that Isaiah is I lost my train of thought, but so yeah, Luke, all that, like, he says that Jacob is the golden boy. I was like, well, we I think we all knew that Jacob was the golden boy.
We knew that.
We knew he was a golden child, so no shock there. But it was just him being so upset with the boy. I'm like, dude, like, and it sounded like he was mad because he don't make a lot of money. I'm like, is he asking you for money? Uh-oh, lost her. So I'm gonna say, who is Diego? Oh, the boy at the country club. Is that you talking about, Cajun? You say Jacob is the best looking son, so why not? Okay, Cajun, whatever. So also we found out that it's another brother, though. I can't wait to meet him. Yeah, it's another brother. It's another brother. We got Jacob, we got Isaiah, and we have Luke. So 3 boys. And then what else happened? So also Yolanda, she sent a text message to what's his name again? Isaiah, to let him know she broke up with him.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm here. Let me connect to my camera.
Okay. Yeah, Diego did vanish. I'm kind of glad he vanished. Maybe something to do with Joey.
Who was Diego?
The one that Vanessa was sleeping with earlier in the show. The one she used to sleep
Oh,
with.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We didn't forgot all about Diego, Chad.
So, also, I think we at some point we're gonna have to meet Yolanda, Isaiah's now ex-girlfriend, because they don't mention her more than once. So I think that's all I got for Tuesday. So well, actually, ending Tuesday, we ended Tuesday with Martin and Smitty walking in on Samantha with Nathan. So that's where we pick up with on Wednesday. And I'm sorry. I know this. I know he's supposed to be a kid, but the way that that little boy was talking to them, I would have punched him in his fucking mouth. Like, boy, if you don't get out of my damn house with that bullshit, because they were like, "Oh, we're just studying. We're doing this. Y'all studying and y'all kissing." I ain't never studied with nobody and kissed them like that.
And I don't understand why. I mean, again, I know what I already said that, she's a teenage girl, but it just seemed like it came out of nowhere.
It did.
It seemed like, and Nicole sort of alluded to it. Again, like I said, I'll wait till we get to that. But
Mhm.
Nicole sort of alluded to it when she was just basically like, you've always wanted attention. Like you've always yearned. And I think it might go back to, I mean, Nicole was put her psychology on us. And I think it might go back to her mommy issues and abandonment issues. But it just seemed like it just came out of nowhere. Like, dude, where'd he come from?
Yeah. So yeah, they put him out and they told him like, yeah, no, whenever you see her, walk the other direction. Don't text her, don't call her, don't smoke signal her, don't do nothing involving her. But then
Act like you don't know her.
But then also I will say I did catch that Smitty used a reference to the real world in this episode because he was on the real. He came from the real world. I was like, oh, okay, that's cute.
Smitty was on the Real World.
Yep, he was on the real world.
What season? It must be after I stopped watching because I don't know him.
It was years. It's been years at this point. I think it was like 2009 or so like that.
Was I still watching the Real World back then?
Because he came out as bisexual on the show.
Oh, I don't know if I remember that.
Yeah, he came out as bisexual.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know if I remember that. He made history as coming out as bisexual too. I did not know nothing about that.
yep.
So that must be after I stopped watching it, y'all.
Yeah, he made history as bisexual on TV.
Okay, go ahead, Smitty.
Because he's married to a man.
Okay, all right. Well, go ahead, Smitty, with your bad self.
So Samantha, she goes upstairs and butters up her brother, and so she tells him to listen to a song, and so she gets his phone and she texts Nathan from his phone, and then said, "Turn off notifications." I was like, wow. Even after Tyrell literally told her in the locker room, all he talks about is the girls that he smashes.
Right, like you're not special. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know.
Oh, it was the Real World DC.
Wait a minute, I watched the Real World DC. I'm gonna have to go back and refresh my memory because I did watch that season because I just wanted to know if they were. Is he the one that worked for the Human Rights League? One of them had a job with the Human Rights League, and that was the first time I had heard about them. Was that him, Harold? Because if that's him, then I do remember. I just, that was so long ago. I just don't remember all of the details. But I remember him working. He had to tell his family, or he had just come out, or something like that. Maybe I didn't understand that being bisexual was a big deal back then. I don't know. No, I did watch that season because a couple of places that they went, I was like, oh, I know that place. I know that place. I remember watching that season, and I think he worked for one of them worked for the Human Rights League.
Okay. It might be him because he's all about human. He is, because I know he is.
I think that might have been him because I just remember I remember he was a white guy. But again, I just we're talking about 20 years ago. Well, a little under 20 years. Yeah, he had to look different. I mean, obviously he would look different. But I do remember that season. Okay, now I want to go back and watch it just watch a couple of clips or something. But I think that was him. He had an internship or a job with the Human Rights League because I think he was the only one that had a real job in the house. You know how the Real World was. I think he was the one that was like working.
Okay. I had to go back and watch it again because it's been so long since I watched the Real World.
I'm gonna go look for some clips online. I'm sure there's some clips online.
So then also in this episode, we see as Danny and Vanessa, they were having a conversation. And so Danny told Vanessa about the whole she told Vanessa about the whole seeing Haley and Leslie talking to each other, right? And I was like, okay, cool. But then, you know, Vanessa was like, yeah, and I said, so tell me, what was it about you and Joey having a conversation? And she was just like, girl, I was really telling him like, F with my girl, and you have to F with me. And so Vanessa was like, okay, I get that, but and she said, oh, and she was like, girl, is the sex that good with Joey? She's like, it's the best I've ever had. I said, is it really?
It can't be. Sex with Joey can't be better than sex with Diego.
It can't be.
Hell, it can't be better than sex with Doug. Well, I guess it could be better than sex with Doug. But I don't know. Like the way that I don't believe it. I'm telling y'all, I think Vanessa up to something. I think it's.
And I was just about to say
I
that
really think Vanessa's up to something, and I
because she
think
said
she's
she
just
wants
trying to
more.
keep them away from it. Like Danny and Nicole, like trying to just keep them away from what I really think she's up to something.
Yeah, because she said she wants more out of this relationship with him. And I was like, yeah, it's got to be something else. I don't know if you said it last week or somebody said it in the chat that they feel like maybe she is trying to either, I don't know if she's going to try to take him down or try to take over his business.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know if
something.
she's trying to take over his business as much as she's trying to bring him down and get out of being in business with him. Because remember, she only did it to protect Doug.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I think in the beginning she was with it. I do. But I think that, and I mean I hope they show us. But I really think that I don't know. I just think it's deeper. I don't know. I just think it's deeper.
It's definitely something deeper. I'm just curious to see how long it's going to take us to get there and when and what it's going to
Yeah,
be.
how long are we gonna get there? Yeah.
So speaking of Joey, this is where we saw Elon go pay a visit to Joey at the casino. And this is where he's telling him, like, you telling Marcel that he can't retire, nigga, I need him to retire. That man,
Right. Like I need him gone.
he wants him gone like yesterday. And so, he brings up, Joey brings up the Duprees and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and say we can replace him. Let's replace him with Jacob. When he said Jacob, Elon lost it. And Joe was like, calm down, calm down, calm down. We know Deputy Do Good. No amount of money he would ever do it for. I was like, I'm glad
Exactly.
I'm glad Deputy Do Good wouldn't do it.
Okay.
So then we also see Carlton. So Carlton went to go see Nicole, and he wants to apologize to Nicole for what happened with Ted because they didn't go out on a date. She just canceled the date altogether. And she told him at first she wasn't interested in the apology. And so then she finally heard him out. Now I'm gonna ask this question, and it's gonna be a shady question. Because at one point he bent like his head when he bent down. I was like, does he spray paint his hair?
Probably. Here's one of my biggest pet peeves. And I know it's just a TV show, but it irritates me when I see people do it. Respect my wishes.
Right.
Nicole said, leave her alone. At least give her 24 hours. The woman said, leave me alone. Like, y'all have embarrassed me. Y'all have acted like Neanderthals in the middle of this damn hospital. Leave me alone. Both of y'all. I didn't like how he bogarted his way into her house. I didn't like it. Because again, to me, I feel like you mad at Ted because you feel like Ted isn't respecting your wishes. Well, neither is he.
And he
You
stayed.
asked him, I mean, and then he pushed past your damn maid. Like, I'm sorry. And again, Nicole, what do you expect? You are literally dating this man's friend / business partner. I don't think Ted is wrong. Now, is Ted wrong for the reason why y'all are divorced? Yes. But I don't think that Ted is wrong for feeling some kind of way about you choosing to date his friend / business partner. Because now you're not just fucking with personal, you fucking with his money. So no. Does Nicole have a right to go out and let her freak flag fly? Sure. But I just think who they chose to do it with, I 100% understand where Ted is coming from. Now, again, had this just been a random doctor at the hospital that they knew as a colleague, I probably wouldn't feel this way. But his business partner, come on, man. And like the daddy said, yeah, I knew he always had a crush on you. So everybody knew that this man had a crush on, and the minute he see an opening, he jumping. I don't like it. I
Yeah,
don't like
I don't either. I saw somebody mention him in the comments. Now, y'all know how I feel when it comes to Derek and Ashley. I don't watch their scene, so ReallyB, if you know what happened in a scene this week, you can feel free to let it be known because I can't tell you.
I mean, I know they dressed up as a bride and groom for Halloween.
That's what they did.
That's all
what
I
that
know.
was.
I mean, that's what it looked like. Or was that a prom king and queen? Because he had like that powder blue. He had like that powder blue tux situation. Like I listen. I didn't remember when I said at the beginning I had to fast forward through some stuff. They definitely.
They would have fast forward.
They definitely got to fast forward. So all I know is they dressed up. I think they're supposed to be prom king and queen, like an old school prom king and queen, because he had on that powder blue tux.
Because I
didn't understand why they were sitting there having a whole conversation with damn
Andre.
With Andre, like what was that about? Like I didn't understand that.
I don't even know what the conversation was. That's when I tell you I
skipped what their costumes and said it was practice. Oh, okay.
No, okay. At least somebody.
Goody said they skip past their scenes every time. Yeah, I'm sorry, like. And y'all know normally, but listen, y'all, I was under a time constraint this week. Sorry, not sorry. If somebody had to go, they had to be the ones to go. If somebody had to take a hit for the team, they had to take the hit for the team. Sorry, not sorry.
Because I couldn't tell you nothing with them two. And here's a funny thing. I watched every episode live this week except for yesterday and Thursday. But every other episode this week, I've watched it live, and I still didn't watch their scenes.
Damn.
That's the sad part.
I was about to say that takes skill.
That's the sad part is I was on my I took my lunch break at 1 o'clock. You know, I do that intentionally, and I still didn't even watch their scene. Because I was like, yeah, no, I'm not interested. I didn't pause it. I didn't fast forward. I didn't mute it. I didn't do nothing. I just didn't pay attention to it. Because when I saw it, I said every time I see them on my TV screen, I say, "Fuck, here these two go." And again, nothing against the actors and nothing against them. It's just I don't like Derek and Ashley. It's just, and you know, I don't. It's not them being Caucasian. That ain't got nothing to do with it. They're boring. They're the most boring couple on this show. Nothing interesting happens with these two. Nothing. The most interesting thing that's happened with them is Derek in his damn wheelchair, and he's lying about it. And even that's not interesting.
Because it was predictable. Did I not tell y'all what the storyline was? The minute he got in an accident, it was like, I can't feel my leg. Did I not give y'all this storyline? That he was going to start feeling back. He was going to hide it from Ashley. Ashley was going to feel bad and go back to him. I told y'all this was going to happen. Sorry, not sorry.
I couldn't tell y'all shit. And like I said, I watched it live, but it just wasn't for me.
I mean, it's just a classic soap opera storyline. I mean, it is no shade. It's just classic. I knew what was going to happen.
I'll tell y'all also what I did. Like I have a TV in my room and I have a TV in the living room. One is on General Hospital. One is on Beyond the Gates.
Baby, Vicky is giving Tracy a run for her money, honey.
She is.
I know Vicky not her name on General Hospital, but she gonna always be Vicky the Beach Child.
And Tracy's not wrong.
Tracy not wrong, but it's funny.
It is. It is definitely funny because I love me some Tracy.
Tracy's like I saw you at the door.
I love me some Tracy Quartermain. She is wrong.
Listen, Tracy can do no wrong in my book. I have loved Tracy since Ned was still in high school. Okay, Tracy can do no wrong. Tracy can be wrong, but Tracy can be wrong. Tracy can be wrong, but Tracy can do no wrong in my book. Okay,
Tracy can definitely be wrong because Tracy be wrong as too.
She's been wrong a lot. But I love her.
Like, it be her. Tracy don't give a damn what she say to you. I'm like, Tracy, especially when it comes to Drew, like how she talks. I'm like, Tracy.
I love when her and Alan used to argue. They used to.
I did too. So yeah, so that's what I do. Like if I don't.
And her and Monica, baby, her and Monica had some good ones.
This is my house, Monica. We know Alan gave you this house.
Baby Monica wasn't gonna listen. If Monica was gonna do something, she was gonna remind them that was her damn house.
I loved it. But yeah,
Baby, if
so
Monica wasn't gonna do nothing else, she was gonna remind them that was her house, honey.
at every chance she got,
Every corner.
we know Monica, Alan gave you this house.
Oh well,
Hell, it got to the point where even I was, anytime Monica would come in and she would get into an argument, I'm like, okay, Monica, we know Alan gave you this house. How many times you have to tell us this? You've been telling
as many times as she needed to.
You've
Because
been telling
Alan gave her that house.
She told us that for decades that Alan gave her that house.
Oh well.
I've been watching GH for 20 years, so over 20 years at this point.
Oh, Sky, yeah, that was classic too. Her and Sky, yeah, that was classic.
Because she saw Sky from a mile away. She knew Sky was a con.
Yep.
So let's get back to Beyond Againstable. People like,
my bad. Y'all know we always got to have our General Hospital interlude. We might need to start doing a General Hospital live.
I was thinking about that, like talk about GH at some point, like because it's good.
It is
because I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with one storyline, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see her unleash on that man, Carly, when she unleashes on Jack Brennan.
Yes.
You might be in a WSB, but the WSB ain't prepared you for a
they ain't ready for Carly. You ain't ready for Carly. You ain't ready for classic Carly.
They ain't prepared you for no damn Carly, because Carly is a beast. Cajun, if you don't go straight to hell. So what are we doing for JB's 61st B-Day? 61st, I ain't nowhere near 61.
Don't page it. Don't page
Cajun, if you don't go to hell.
And then Cajun will be like, what did I say? I didn't say anything.
Exactly. So we're still on Wednesday. So Isaiah met up with Eva, called her down to Uptown to have a friend. She's like, oh, so I'm a friend now. I was like, girl, what the fuck else you gonna be?
He just met you, ma'am. How long you think it's gonna take for the girlfriend to show up? What do you think? How long you think they'll write her into the storyline at some point?
At some point. I think probably by the time things heat up with either he and Kat or he and Eva, because it's gonna heat up with one of them too.
Oh yeah, and maybe both of them.
Yeah, it's gonna heat up, and I feel like that's when there's gonna be a wrench, because she's probably it's gonna be something. Because I feel like Banneker is a good job. If Vernon still works at Banneker, I'm pretty sure Banneker must be a good college to work for.
Child, I'm so sick of them in Banneker.
So I feel like she'll come at some point.
Because it's a Banneker High School here in DC, and it's like one of the best. It's like one of the best high schools in DC. It's like the second best high school in DC. So when they first were saying Banneker, I thought they were talking about a high school. I thought they were talking about Banneker High School. Okay. It took me a minute to be like, oh no, they done made up a college named Banneker. Oh, okay. It took me a minute.
I was gonna ask you, is Banneker real?
There's a real Banneker High School, yeah. But I don't think there's a Banneker College. Not at least not in this area there isn't.
Because that's supposed to be DC for them too.
Right. Yeah. But Banneker High School in this area is one of the best high schools it's like the second best high school in DC. Yes, and a tennis court on Georgia Avenue. Right. Yeah, you can go play. I've played at those tennis courts before. Right there on Georgia Avenue by Howard. It's right up the street from Howard. It's like in walking distance from Howard.
And that's probably why they did Banneker, because since they can't say Howard, well, they probably could say Howard.
They would probably have to get permission. I mean, they would probably have to go through. Well, I don't know if they have to get permission to say Howard, but I don't know if they'd want to build a whole storyline around Howard University. Like, I don't know. It's probably easier to just make up an HBCU.
Yeah.
Name it after a Black person.
Yeah, I get it. So he told her that Yolanda broke up with him. Honestly, I don't care, because again, y'all know at this point, I don't see it for Miss.
And we don't even know who this Yolanda is. We don't know why she broke up with you. She sound real nasty in them messages. So did you cheat on her? Like, if you're gonna tell the story, tell it. What you do? Because she was like, if you hesitating about taking that job because of us, don't. I said, damn. She said, don't. I said, damn.
I was like, sis is ready for you to go, because I was like, shit, what did you do to her?
Right, bro. What did you do?
That girl said, don't. She basically telling you, fuck it, take that job. It's no more us. I was like, shit.
Exactly. She was very clear.
I think you'll agree with this one. Unless they are going to give us a sister twin, they can keep Danica.
Listen, yes, in pride, yes. Because what? I still don't understand. You might as well just just let them have one child. Why do you have a sister? Why is this a whole twin storyline with no twin? That don't even make no sense. It's
I just don't.
stupid.
It is, but I don't think they know what direction they want to go in with Deanna
Well, but
yet.
they could have at least. Here's the thing:
I
you
get
could
it.
have at least given us something like the old. Because again, like I said, they weren't estranged from their father. They didn't even know their father was out here gambling and stuff until he died. So there's no reason. Like, I'm a daddy's girl. Like I said, they would have to wheel me out of the hospital for my daddy's funeral. You understand what I'm saying? I better be in a coma. And for her to be like, oh, she's got the flu and she's watching it on live stream with her sorority sisters. What? What? Huh? Absolutely not. I don't even understand it.
I don't either.
You could have hired somebody temporarily and then you could have always just recast it. We wouldn't gonna remember no way. We wasn't gonna care. If we only saw her for one scene, we weren't gonna care if you recasted her 6 months from now. But give me something. Like I said, unless you're gonna make a storyline that she wilding out in college or she doing some shit and the brother was covering up for her or something. I don't know. But this shit don't make no sense to me. But okay, I'm sorry. I went off on that last week.
I knew it was coming. That's why I put it up there. So Thursday, they were celebrating Halloween on Thursday. I was like, why are we celebrating Halloween on Thursday?
They always do that, so they can carry it over for 2 days. They do it. They do it on
Oh,
all the stuff. They do it
they
for
did.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween.
That was the
Hell,
thing.
Thanksgiving is always 2 days,
I know, but
and we always end up with a pizza at the Quartermains.
we do. We always end up with a piece of I love the fact that them fools don't ever they argue with each
They
other.
fuck up Thanksgiving every year.
They argue and then end up with a pizza. I'm like, what pizza place is open on Thanksgiving? But they've been in business.
Places be open on Thanksgiving.
They do.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
let me say this about that. Again, when I saw it on Thursday, because we always get that. We always get because it take them 2 days to tell whatever story they're trying to tell. Notice on Friday it was still Halloween.
It was, but we didn't see no Halloween costumes anymore.
Yes, we did.
That. Who was in a Halloween costume on Friday?
They were still at the damn coffee house on Friday.
They were.
Yeah.
But okay,
Did you skip over Leslie? Oh, that Thursday.
That
was Thursday. My bad. Okay,
that was Thursday.
Leslie and that damn angel costume. That damn Leslie. That damn Leslie.
Oh, and so my girl Febreze, she made her appearance in the episode. Nicole had to spray her.
Baby Febreze, listen, I knew it was coming when I saw her lighting them candles. I said, it's coming. When I saw her lighting them, at first I thought maybe they was going to give us a new product. We was going to get like those Febreze candles. Because I saw her lighting them. Because she said, oh, I know what it needs. I said, oh, she about to get it. Yep, we got our Febreze sighting. It's been a minute.
Who we ain't saw was Tide.
We ain't seen Tide in a minute. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, we ain't seen Tide in a minute.
I do agree, Cajun. That's something we can agree on. They need to add Febreze cans to the opening credits.
No, they don't.
Yeah. I mean, shit, she a cast member. She a cast member.
Baby, Nicole be getting her Febreze on. Do you hear me? We gonna get that Febreze. If we don't get nothing else, we gonna get a good Febreze.
Febreze is a cast member, so she might as well be. So this is the Halloween episode. We see Nicole. So we found out that Nicole and Ted, Halloween was their thing. They would dress up, do couples things. I was like, oh, that's cute. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I mean, it's cute.
You would do it if you were in love. Yes, you would.
I don't do Halloween. So for me, when it comes to Halloween, how I celebrate Halloween is I'm a movie person. So, which I didn't do it yesterday, and I'm really kind of mad at myself. But I love Halloween, like the scary movies. I will sit all day and watch Halloween, Scream, Friday the 13th. That is what I do. I don't like going outside. I ain't never, even as a kid, like I used to like going out and get the candy, but not like that. Like I get the candy and I'd be ready to go. By the time I get enough in my bag, I'm ready to go. And if I'm with my cousins and they want more, I'm like, it's a wrap. Let's go. Let's go back home. So I mean, maybe I
I mean,
would dress up.
I was okay Halloween person. Like I didn't. It wasn't like one of my special holidays, but I don't hate it. You
I
know,
don't hate it.
like now that I'm an adult, I really don't. Unless I'm going to a party, I don't really dress up. I don't really do all of that. Like, Friday, teachers had like some teachers dressed up as I ain't doing all that.
Yeah, I don't. No. But I am a Halloween, like I am a gore when it comes to the gore and the violence, like with Michael Myers and all them stuff. I love it. I live for
I
it.
like old school horror. I do not like the new horror movies. Like I said, I'll do a Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll do a Halloween. I'll do a Jason, a
Mhm.
Friday the 13th. All this new shit, I don't do none of. I have not seen. I have not looked at a horror movie. I think the last horror movie I saw was Saw, and I was like, that bitch just climbed out the VCR. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't Saw. What's the one with the girl with the hair over her face that comes out the TV?
Um,
That's the last horror movie I've seen.
I know what you're talking about.
Not Saw. I couldn't watch Saw. Saw was too gory for me. But when that bitch climbed out the damn TV, I said, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
The Ring.
The Ring. That's what it was. Yeah, you had to. Yeah, whoever watched the video, they had me scared to watch motherfucking videos. I said, I'm scared to go back to Blockbuster. What the hell?
Now I am excited for Scream
Mm-mm.
7 coming out because I love Scream and I love Nev Campbell. So I'm excited for Scream, which comes out
I
in
thought it
February.
already came out.
Oh, it comes out in February. They just released a trailer Thursday.
Why are they releasing a horror movie in February?
I still don't understand that.
That makes absolutely no fucking sense.
I don't understand why they are doing that. It doesn't make sense to me, but hey, that's what the studios. It don't make sense to me, but hey, whatever. Who am I? You would think they would have it out around Halloween time.
You would think.
So,
But I do like me some Nev Campbell though.
yeah, I love Nev. So then, so they're celebrating Halloween. So Nicole is dressed up as a witch. Then she sprays
How
the
original.
right. She dresses up as a witch. She sprays the Febreze, and she's like, so then I guess she got so everybody got the same doorbell. I realized that because you know, Bill and Haley got the same doorbell where people ring the doorbell, they can see it and they can let them in the door. I was like, I would not want nothing like that. I'm sorry. That just
I
don't.
thought that it was at one point I thought it was going to be an advertisement when Nicole was like, "Dad, you finally convinced me to get it." And then when she picked up the phone, I said, "Okay, here we go with another product placement." But she never said what the product was. So you're right. Well, I have friends who have like I could have that if I wanted to. I have
I
a
would.
ring on mine and I can talk to the people through it.
Yeah.
And I have a keypad on my door. So I could give people I can let people in my house through my ring camera because I could just give them the keypad.
Yeah. I've had one of those doors too. It would be a no for me. I'll come let you in if I want you. No. Because I have one of those where you put in a pin to get in the door.
Yeah.
Which is I ain't finna get into how technology kind of freaks some things with modern technology. I just be wondering like what ifs. I'm a what if person. I think what if scenarios when it comes to certain things, and I'm like that just don't seem like it's something I would want. But because no, so the doorbell rang and it was Leslie, but she used some kids to get inside. I was like,
Damn, that goddamn on Leslie.
and Nicole was like, girl, how did you use them kids to get in? So she said I think she might have bribed them with some.
She said she bribed them with candy.
Bribed them with candy, and so the lady just comes. I'm like, oh god, and she's dressed as an angel, and she was like, she's getting to know the neighbors, and Nicole's like, did anybody buy that angel act? I was like, exactly. Did anybody buy it? Because, ma'am, no,
That damn Leslie.
She is a hoot, but I kid you not, I laughed at her because it's hilarious to me.
She's hilarious at this point. Like, because at this point, this how I look at it at this point. Any of y'all that still entertain her, that's on y'all at this point.
That's what I was just about to say.
Like, y'all really sat there. Nicole, that woman literally broke into your house and you sat there and had a whole conversation with her. At this point, y'all want to talk to her. Then she go down to the bar and has a whole conversation with Ted. You want to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you want to talk to her.
Just welcome her into the community at this point. Because I would have threw that woman out my house.
Ain't no way in hell I would have sat there and had no conversation with that lady.
The minute she walked in, I was like, Turn your ass back around. You gotta go.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying. So y'all like it. Ted, you like it. Nicole, you like it. Vernon, you like it. Hell, Anita, at this point, I think you like it too.
Mm-hmm. So then after she left, that's when we see as Nicole and Vernon are having a conversation about Ted and Carlton. And so she's telling him how, they got into it at the hospital. Vernon seemed like he was like, oh, Carlton. I was like, Carlton?
I
Huh?
was very disappointed in Vernon. Because again, why are we acting like this is okay? I'm sorry. I know
That's
I
why
said it.
I was so confused by that. He was big up in Carlton. I'm like, no.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why are we acting like this is okay? It's not. Are y'all that mad at Ted that y'all just don't care about the rest of it? Because come on, man.
Because I was just like, no, no. I don't give a fuck how you slice it or dice it. Yeah, he's known her for decades, but she never dated him. She never,
He's known her for decades as his business partner's wife.
and they went to
And
school
as
together.
his friend's wife. Like you did like I could even see if there was a love triangle there somewhere. I would even buy that. Like if they said, well, we met, well, we already know how they met. But if the story was that they met all at the same time in medical school, and
Mhm.
then I could be like, well, they did meet, and maybe he tried to give with Nicole at one. But no, no, no. You met her as your friend / business partner's wife. That is how you met that woman. And even if I'm gonna be honest, if there had been a little bit more time, I might not be as mad. Like, let's say this was 6 months down the line or a
Mhm.
year down the line. Then I might be like, well, hell, it's been a year, child, at this point. The ink is still wet on the divorce papers. Matter of fact, forget about the ink. They wasn't even divorced yet when he was taking her out and kissing on her. And she kissed him back. I ain't putting this all on him, Nicole. You wrong too.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I just
Yeah, I
mm-mm.
thought it was a little weird. And then we see Ted. He's at Uptown with Andre, and he's sulking, and he's realizing he acted a complete fool. And I don't. Here's the thing. Yes, he acted a fool at the hospital, but like you said earlier, he's not wrong.
He ain't wrong.
And he's not wrong. It was just at the wrong place. And you weren't really doing it more so for Nicole. It was your ego. It was kind of ego driven too.
It is. So for me, Harold, in my world, my code of conduct mindset, I guess, for me, he would be off limits. Probably, period. He's my husband's friend, my ex-husband's friend. He would be off limits for me. Now, would it be a little more acceptable if there was just some time had passed? Sure. Yeah. But
Yeah, it just don't look right.
yeah.
No matter how, like you said, if it was, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go longer than a year. If it was at least 2 or 3 years down the line, shit, they not getting back together. So yeah, why not?
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
right. I could even see if it was like you said, they not getting back together. Ted done moved on, whatever. But I don't know. I just feel like it's just too new and too messy for me. It's just,
Because they
I
broke
don't like
because Carlton has been there since it came out that Leslie, you
this
know.
thing. I'm listening to you. If I go out again, I'll come right back. This cord, I don't know. This is. I think this, and I thought I had fixed it, but I guess this cord just got a short, and it was working fine for a while. I plugged it into a different plug, but it looks like it's acting up again.
But Carlton has been there since the anniversary party.
Right. And he been and I feel like ever since the anniversary party, he been waiting. He been planning his move.
And that's been the anniversary was back in what,
Like the
early
spring,
March.
then
Yeah,
March, April-ish. Yeah.
he didn't give her no damn time. Like I get that you like her, that's fine, but is it? That's my thing when it comes to Carlton. Is it not weird for you that this is your business partner? Take the fact that he's your friend, your business partner,
Right. You money. You
with
messing with your money?
like somebody you work with. Fuck, I'll even say just say fuck it. We ain't really friends like that, nigga. You still work with me, so you gonna fuck up money over a potential. But okay, if he want, that's what he want to do. Cool. So
Yeah.
then we move on to Smitty, Martin, and them kids, and more specifically Samantha. Again, as a teen, well, see, I didn't grow up in the house with my siblings, so I could never say, "Oh, but such and such did this." I didn't grow up with my siblings; it was just me by myself, so I couldn't say, "Oh, but mama, such and such did this." So Tyrell and Jessica, is that her name, y'all? I think Jessica. They're going out on a date with each other, right? And so Samantha is grounded, and so she's trying to find every which way that she can get out the house. She's like, "Can I go over there with Grand and Grandma, or can I do this? Can I do that?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you can go there with your grandmother Nicole, but we're going with you." And she was
I
like,
ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them at all. They were like, mm-hmm, because we see the game you're playing, ma'am. We
"Mhm."
get it. We know what you're doing.
And so she's upset because she's like, "Well, you and Tyrell go out, and me and Nathan didn't do anything." But ma'am, you guys were if your dads didn't come home for a few more minutes, if they were a few minutes later, you and that boy probably
It,
would have done
it
more
would have
shit.
went down.
That
Exactly.
would have went down. And it's the fact that it's not even the fact that you were kissing him. Girl, you had a condom. Now, granted, they were gonna be safe, but condoms are not 100%.
That's
They
not even the
still
point. The point is you were about to lose your virginity on my damn couch, ma'am.
exactly. And that's what she was like. We weren't in my room. Semantics, girl.
Listen, let me tell you something. Samantha, like that's why I said the storyline is so realistic. I deal with teenagers, and
Hmm.
they play this semantics game, and even with the whole her not accepting her punishment, that is what kids do.
It
And I
is.
love the fact that Smitty and Martin stood strong and wouldn't let her weasel her way, or them saying, okay, well, this one time, but okay, well, it's Halloween. We're going to let you have Halloween, but you're back on punishment. No, Oh, well. And like Smitty said, actions have consequences.
Hmm.
I was so here for that because, again, I deal with teenagers and I know that is what they do. They want to try to find every excuse and try to, and they want to wear you down. Because, again, I deal with that too. Because I be telling my kids all the time, this must work at home, that if you just keep asking, your mother or father just gonna get tired of you asking and give in. I'm not gonna get tired. I'm not gonna change my mind.
Hmm.
Right. Smitty is definitely giving her the black mama treatment. Smitty is like, oh well, actions have consequences. I said, I know that's right, Smitty. You better let her know.
And see, it's funny because sometimes it will work with my mama, and sometimes it wouldn't. It depended on the severity of what I did. Like if it was kind of mild, she may, be like, "Okay, fine, you can do whatever." But if it was like really bad, she's like, "Oh no, you still punished." Like, no, I said you're not going here. You're not going there. So with her, it just depended on with my mama. It just depended on the severity of the situation. Now, if she coming with something like this, ooh, sis would have, because it's something similar and kind of happened. And when she found out, like I was, and I was 17. I was a senior in high school, and I was like, she was like, "You can't drive your car." I was like, "Really? I can't drive my car?" She was like, "No, you can't drive your car." I was like, "What if I want to go get something to eat?" She was like, "If you want to go get something to eat, I'll take you to get something to eat." And she meant that. Like she said, "So yeah, give me your car." When I got in the house, she's like, "Give me your car keys. You're not going anywhere for the rest of the weekend." And she meant that shit. I thought I could wiggle my way out. Well, can I go here? She was like, "You can go there." The place that I want to go was literally across the street. She's like, "You're gonna walk over there." I said, "Well, that's fine." So she was like, "Yeah," and she was like, so then later that afternoon, I was like, it was a Saturday. I was like, "I'm hungry." She was like, "What do you want to eat?" And I told her I wanted to eat. And so I was like, "Can I have my keys so I can go get it?" She's like, "No." She was like, "I'm gonna get my purse." And the keys were in her purse. She was like, "Don't." She's like, but she had them. She's like, "Go get my purse." And she was like, "Go get in the car, and I'll be out there." I was like, "Are you serious?" She was like, "Yes." And she literally drove me to get the fucking food. I said, you're really mad." She's like, it's not that I'm mad. She's like, I'm teaching you she's like, and then not teaching me a lesson. She was like, she's like, "I know normally when it comes to punishing you that I be kind of lax with this." She's like, "But this time I want you to know that I mean business." I was like, "Well, shit, I know you mean business now at
Okay.
17." I'm like, I'm 17, lady. She's like, I don't care if you're 17, 18, 21. I don't give a damn how old you are. I was like, okay,
And
mama.
here's what I need parents to understand. Kids are doing their job. Kids, their job is to try to get out of the punishment. It
Mm-hmm.
is your job to stay strong and not let them get away with it, right? So, like a kid begging to get out of a punishment, that's their job. But when we give in and we don't hold them accountable, now we're failing on our part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are doing what they're supposed to do. Who wants to be punished? So
Right.
of course they're going to bargain. Of course they're going to promise to never do it again. Of course they are. It is
Girl, I
our
was doing
job
that.
to say, I believe you, but this is your punishment.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing. I know somebody asked you what you did. I'm gonna just say, I bought candy for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And we were playing Kahoot, which is like a little trivia game we play. And I was like, they were like, well, I said I have a treat, for the winners.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, we need to get through this game. I have a class that it's mostly boys and they're so damn immature. And so with Kahoot, you can make your own name, right? And I always have to tell them, we need to get through this game without any problems. No, I don't want any appropriate names. I don't want any, because one time somebody put nigga up there and they tried to blame it on the Latino kids. Like, I was like,
Oh,
we're
wow.
not doing that, right? I was like, we're not doing that. I said, the minute there's an inappropriate name or there's a problem, that's a wrap. So somebody did put up there like no nuts or something like that. And I was like, that wasn't serious enough for me to shut the game down. I
Mm-hmm.
said, but I knew who had done it. I said, well, I said, whoever went, I said, you're not getting your treat. Like the people that I suspected that were guilty, and I knew who did it. I was like, you're not getting your treat. So when we got to the end of the game, because they were like, well, if we get through this game, can we play a Halloween game? I said, sure. Because the first game we were playing was dealing with what we were doing in class. I said, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we could play a fun game after this. We'll play a Halloween Kahoot after this. And I knew I
Okay.
had enough candy. I knew I had enough candy to give out candy for winners for both games.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got to the end of the game, the little knucklehead crew had cut up so bad. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what I did was I walked around and I had lollipops. I gave everybody a lollipop except for the 5 kids that were cutting up. And do you know that was on Thursday? Do you know that they begged me for that lollipop for the rest of the class period? And do you know that one of them actually came to my room, came past my room on yesterday morning? It was like, so can I have my lollipop now? I said, sir, you're not getting a lollipop. He was like, but I was on the podium because the top 3 is on the podium, like the Olympics. I was
Yeah,
like,
I think I
I
played
don't
that
care if
before.
you on the, oh, you pay, okay. I was like, I don't care if you on the podium or not. Your punishment was that you weren't getting a treat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not changing my mind just because it's the next day. So I'm saying all that to say that is what kids do. It is our job as the adults to understand that there's a consequence. So
That's
next
constant.
time you'll understand. I mean what I said. If he
Baby.
still got a lollipop, what's going to stop him next time from not acting a fool? Because I don't want to punish the whole class for 4 or 5 kids.
Right.
So what stops him next time?
Baby, that sister was heated that weekend. You asked what did I do? So I did the reverse of what Samantha did. I snuck out the house to go meet someone.
Oh.
I snuck out the house.
Oh.
Because I thought she was asleep.
Oh.
Which she was. So here's the thing. She was. So
But
I
she
know
woke up and you weren't there.
That's what it was.
So you probably scared the hell out of her, actually.
That's exactly what she said.
You
She's
probably
like,
scared the hell out of her, honestly.
That's exactly what she said. Those are her words exact. When she was like, you scared me. Me waking up and you not being in your room and it's 3 a.m. She's like, that scared me. So yeah, so I did the opposite of Samantha. I snuck out the house. And I didn't go too far. I was still in the neighborhood. I snuck out.
Yeah, I mean, and again, kids do what kids do, and that's why, listen, I know I don't have no kids, but that's why this whole gentle parenting is bullshit. It is our job as the adults to teach that bad behavior is not acceptable. And no, I'm not saying we need to beat our kids. I'm not saying that either. But what I am saying is holding them accountable. And when you realize, see, everybody has a personality. I'm the type of kid, and I'm this as an adult. You can tell me that the stove is hot. I don't need to go try. I believe you. The stove is hot.
No, no,
Cool. You look at something. I don't have to go touch the stove. But
I
then
do.
there's some people who have to touch the stove and be like, "Oh, it's warm." Okay, it is a little warm. Then there's some people that got to put their hand in the fucking fire, right? So
Mhm.
as a parent, you know your kids. I was the kid. The threat of a punishment was enough for me. My friends will tell you now when they was planning to do bullshit. I would say in my mind, I'd be like, can we get away with this? Because and even as kids, we still probably got caught because we're not as smart as adults, but we think we
Mhm.
are. But if it sounded like a dumb plan to me, nah,
Mhm.
y'all good. I'm good. Because the
Right.
thought,
Of
remember I
getting
said earlier, the thought of me getting pregnant was enough for me not to have sex. The thought, I don't give a damn how many condoms, I don't care what we do. The thought of me getting pregnant was enough for me to be like, nah, I'm good on that. Now,
Mhm.
my sister was going to jump head first into the fire. She didn't give a fuck. So my parents' punishment for my sister was always different than my punishment because
Mhm.
she didn't give a fuck. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like, and as parents, you know your kids, and you should act accordingly. No, every child doesn't need the same punishment, but every child there should be a consequence because that's what kids do. Kids push the envelope. That's their job. It's
Right.
our job to let them know that's not
Mhm.
okay.
That's not okay. Instill consequences in them and stuff. Now, Melrose, I agree with you. When Samantha said to them that they both, that they both have sex, and they said, I'm glad they said we're married and we're grown.
Right, baby. She should have got her ass whooped for that.
Like, girl, what?
And
So
she
then
was dead ass too. Talking about something, y'all do it because I'm grown. The
and we're
hell, and the thing is, she knows the difference. She's just now she just being honorary. Like girl, stop it.
you know that your dads are married, and that's what married people do. Some, not all, but
Right.
So then she went over to Nicole's, and you mentioned this earlier when Nicole was telling her that she likes to, she's I think she's seeking validation, and she's also seeking because she likes to cuddle and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, she's seeking validation from people, and she's seeking acceptance and all that kind of stuff.
And that goes back to her mommy issues. And I love, like I said, I really like the way Nicole handled it.
Mhm.
Because Nicole even she said, so you're willing to give something that's so precious of yourself to somebody you barely know that's not even your boyfriend. And she was like, and I don't know what she said, but Nicole was like, whatever Nicole said, she was like, you're right. She was like, I didn't wait until I was married. She was like, you didn't? She was like, no, but I was in a committed relationship with somebody that I knew, with somebody that I felt safe with. Like, no, it didn't work out. He didn't become, the love of my life, but it wasn't some fly by night situation. And I love how Nicole handled it because Nicole validated her feelings but
Mhm.
also let her know, baby girl. And she even said, listen, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But
Right.
understand, and I love when she said, this is not your boyfriend. And she was like, I don't have any claims on him. She was like, but you want to. Like, you want him to be your boyfriend. You think that's what this is going to lead.
And what also threw me was her throwing Kat under the bus.
That wasn't fair.
Kat didn't tell you anything about sleeping with that boy.
No. And Kat didn't give you an excuse to sleep with him either. And
Mm.
Kat is grown.
And that's it. And Martin overheard that. I'm like, oh, Martin gonna be mad at Kat, but Kat didn't say anything to her.
She did. And Martin should know better because Martin knows that his sister was a whole virgin until 2 months ago.
Exactly.
But I understand his anger and is his child. So I get that. But like if he would stop and think about it, Kat didn't give that girl no advice about having sex for somebody who literally waited to have sex. Kat is like what, in her early 20s, early mid
Mm-hmm.
20s. Come on now. She did not give that girl no advice to go out there and fly her freak flag. Like we know that.
Especially with her being in her 20s and just losing her virginity. No, your sister didn't do that. I think
Exactly.
he'll eventually realize it, but right now he's probably just like,
Yeah,
what the
he's
fuck?
just angry. And I understand it.
So then I wish Samantha would have been with her brother to hear Nathan talk about, oh, he's on her V card. I said, exactly. I wish Tyrell could fight because it don't look
I
like he's
love
getting.
how Tyrell handled it though, because at first I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, Tyrell about to get his ass beat," because
I did
that boy
too.
was gonna whoop his ass. But baby, when he came after his ego, that hurt more than a punch. Talking
It
about
did.
you're not even that good. You're not gonna make the pros, right? Like I was like, oh, he went after his ego.
Yep, I liked it.
But the problem is Samantha's still not gonna believe him.
Because she's still in. I mean, even when he told her that he brags in the locker room about who he smashes, she still wanted to talk to him. I was like, girl,
Yeah.
you really that desperate?
Child.
Hopefully, you don't end up like your auntie Cat, because Cat trying to keep Tomas using sex.
Child. And now all of a sudden they have this great sex. Girl, bye.
So speaking of Cat, let's move
Why?
on to
Because you broke his penis.
Friday. So on Friday, this is where we see as Nicole, Danny, Anita, and Laura are planning for this charity event that they have. I guess it's one that they have every winter. And so this year they want to do proceeds going to a charity for people in the music industry that don't, I guess, necessarily have like insurance and stuff like that, so that and
Oh,
they give
okay.
mental health and stuff like that in honor of Barbara. I was glad Laura said it. I was like, y'all talking about Barbara? Well, her daughter's around the corner right now. So you think she's gonna go for this? Y'all mentioned her mama that she didn't know.
That's just
You
an excuse for That's just an excuse for them to have Leslie at the event, child.
know, because Leslie gonna lose her shit. It is. Leslie, if Leslie's not invited, Leslie gonna weasel her way in.
The same way she was at that Articulate damn concert, child.
She's gonna find a way. If there's one thing Leslie Thomas is gonna do, she's gonna find a way in something that she wasn't invited to. Speaking of Leslie, we see her down. Well, she had orphan jeans with Jan. Now I now got a
Child,
side.
yeah.
I got a side eye for Jan because it's like you and which this is why I gotta say I got so much respect when it comes to Mona, because Mona said hell fuck no, I'm still ain't fucking with that bitch. But then you got
Exactly.
Jan's raggedy ass over here being up under her ass. I'm like, man, why are you not being friends with her? She used you and Mona to get close to Nicole, to infiltrate her life and wreck her life. Why you cool with her now? And then you talking about her and Ted. There is no her and Ted. It's in her head. It's always been in her head.
I wonder if it's the money.
I was wondering. I saw people say that they think it's money,
I don't know.
but
Because
what
that's a
is? I mean, but I mean, is she gonna give Janet? She ain't gonna. It ain't like she gonna. Shit. Is she
hell
gonna
no,
have?
she ain't gonna
But
give Jan no damn money.
she ain't gonna have no money. Is the problem?
Well, that too.
Like doing all the shit
She
she
gonna be
doing.
living in. She gonna be living back in that apartment with Eva.
Mm-hmm. Like no. So then, now we talked about this last week. Now we didn't see it this week, but we just heard the after effects of it, where we saw Cat gave Tomas some B12 vitamins. I said, girl, what the fuck is that supposed to do for him? But okay, he left. So then we see as Chelsea and Madison showed up at the coffee spot, and Madison is upset because Chelsea reached out to her mother. She's like, but she seems nice. Chelsea, your Chelsea fam told you not to do it, and you still did it, and now Madison is upset at you, and you're not understanding why Madison is upset with you, ma'am.
Because she told. See, again, it's about respecting people's boundaries. She told you to leave it alone, and you did it anyway. I mean, even if your Chelsea fam hadn't told you to leave it alone, she told you to leave it alone, and you didn't. So again, consequences for bad decisions. That was a bad decision,
It was,
and now here go the consequences.
but it's the fact that she don't see where she's wrong. Like, and Madison explained it perfectly. Because I didn't get the whole I didn't understand the whole context of it last week, but now I understand it. It ain't just the fact that it's not just the fact that her mother is on post disagreeing with her medical advice. She's now saying that the girl is okay in whatever this mother is suggesting. So you're contradicting my medical license and all that kind of stuff. Like, how do you know if the board won't look at this and be like, oh, so you're telling people to do this and telling them to do that instead of, going with what you were taught in school? Like, girl, you could affect my livelihood.
But she told her that last week. Again, I mean, I understand she dug a little deeper, but she told her last week, because she even used the example. She said, if my mother had made homophobic statements, you wouldn't be defending her. And Chelsea was like, well, yeah. She was like, it's the same thing. She's attacking my professional. She's attacking me as a professional and basically saying what I'm doing is contrary to the way things should be done. That's my livelihood. That's my profession. So like
Mhm.
she gave you the breakdown last week. You just again, you decided to do what you wanted to do. Yeah, no, Tyrone didn't really get in a fight. Remember, it was a bully. Remember, he was getting bullied. So
Yeah,
he didn't really fight. The boy punched him. I don't think it was much of a fight.
Jessica's boyfriend punched him in the face after that picture of him in his underwear.
Yeah. Yeah, Tyrell didn't really get into a fight as much as a fight got into Tyrell.
Now, I will say I did like the fact that even though we know that Chelsea and Kat are like almost like sisters, I love the fact that even Chelsea's like, "Am I wrong? Was I wrong?" And Kat was like, "Girl, yes, you were wrong. Remember when you wanted to quit modeling? How would you have felt if I told and I told you tell Aunt Danny? How would you feel if I went behind your back and told Aunt Danny?" She's like, "Well, I would have understood." No, you wouldn't. You
No,
wouldn't have
you
been pissed
would.
off at Kat.
Chelsea, you were wrong, girl. You were wrong.
Mm-hmm. So
And I'm
then,
kind of glad that they're having a fight because I told you I don't like this perfect. Everything is great. We just met. We in love. Like, I like
yeah,
the fact that they're having some differences.
I do too. It gives more. It gives a little bit more to them because I'm like, they fell in love, cute. Can we find something like? Can we do something? Can we have some kind of not strife, but something? Because not every relationship is perfect.
Right. And theirs was. I told you I didn't even trust her from the beginning because I was like, this was too. It was too simple. It was too easy.
Yeah. Now, here's where I had an issue in yesterday's episode. It was Ted. So Ted met up with Eva. I think they were at the country club. And so they're having a conversation. He's talking about how he's feeling like he's neglecting Eva. I said, "Sir, say what now? You gave her
Child.
you gave her a job. She like
Mhm.
you show her more attention than you do Kat and Martin."
Somewhere to live. We see y'all going out to lunch. Like, child, you ain't neglecting nobody.
And I was like, but and the thing is, we just saw you going to Martin's wedding. We ain't saw you and Martin together before that. It had been a while since we saw you two together. Then we very rarely see you with Kat. Kat always pulls up on you because of something that you've done. So
Right. Now I do understand that I think it's that guilt of feeling like he has to make up for lost time.
yeah,
So I think that's part of where that's coming from. But no, sir, you're not neglecting her at all. No.
like no. And then he's like, "Well, I want you to call me dad." I was like, "Okay, cool. If that's what you want, go
Child, if
for
that
it."
makes you feel better, child. That's why you ain't with your wife now, because you're worried about the wrong shit. Who cares about her calling you dad? Who cares?
Exactly. He went and apologized to Nicole, but then after he apologized to her, we see him hugging Leslie. I was like, "Oh God, Ted. Now this is innocent, but why? All you doing is feeding false hope into this woman's head."
Right, Xavier. Ted neglects his kids so much he didn't even know he was flirting with his grandkids' mother.
Right?
Didn't even know June was in the picture. June done met Anita and Vernon and everybody else, but she ain't met you. You didn't even know who June was.
And that kind of go back to what you've been saying about Ted for weeks now, especially when it comes to Nicole, him not fighting for his marriage. He's not doing he hadn't been doing anything.
Nope.
Nothing. So the scene that really got me in this episode on Friday was Joey and Haley. So Joey saw Haley down to Orphe Jeans, and she's thanking him. She was about what happened. Helping get Chelsea back and all that kind of stuff. I was like, "Girl, wrong person. Like, no one buys this act from you." Well, I know I don't.
Joey ain't buying it for sure.
So then he lets her know that he saw her at the casino with
Mm-hmm.
Randy. She's like, "Oh, well, he told me his name was Sammy." I was like, "Okay, girl, whatever." So then Joey lets her know that Sammy, aka Randy, told him that they were having an affair, but he didn't say it at first. He was like, he told me that you guys there's a secret, and she was going off, and she was like, "My husband this, my husband that." Speaking of her husband, Bill, 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 I'm gonna do a you. Bill. Oh my God. I don't know where to start with. Well, I know where to start, but Bill, dude. So Haley was looking at properties in what was it, Saint Thomas, I think. And this man went and put a bid on the place, got the place. He's like, "Oh, I'm putting in your name." I said, "Oh my God, Bill." So I'm pretty sure Bill don't have a prenup with Haley.
It don't seem like it, because good Lord.
Bill, is the cooch that good?
It must be. I mean, nose is just wide open. Just wide open.
And he's an attorney, a fixer.
But that just lets you know that when it comes to men, it don't matter how smart they are. They always thinking with that little thing between their legs.
Mm-hmm. I
St.
was like,
Bart's.
same person. I was like, fuck, Bill. But Joey don't believe Haley. But I don't.
And he shouldn't.
But I don't know. I don't know what he doesn't buy, because she says that she started laughing when he said that Randy said that they were having an affair. So I'm wondering, what is he thinking? Is he thinking something about her, or is he thinking something about Randy?
I'm not convinced that Joey. I know that Randy said that he turned off the cameras and da 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 da. But I'm not, because remember, Joey don't trust Randy either.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, I'm not convinced that Joey doesn't know more than what he's saying.
Right.
I don't know.
But that's all I got.
But at the very least, even if he believes what Randy is saying,
Mm-hmm.
he can still hold it against. That's still something he can hold over. It's still something he can hold for leverage. Even if he believes that they're sleeping together, that they're sleeping together behind Bill's back.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he still might. I mean, at the very least, even if he believes it, it's something that you can hold on to.
Yeah, I think he's definitely gonna hold on to it. But yeah, guys, that was this week. It was not a lot happened, but it was a good week. I think next week is gonna be a better.
Yeah, next week it looked like it's some things going down next week. We had from the previews. It looks like it's some things going down next week.
But I definitely do believe that is Sharon that Vernon met up with.
I thought the same thing. That's why it was funny you said, because I thought it was Sharon too. Like you said, from that wig, it definitely looked like Sharon. But I don't think they're having an affair. I just wonder it's something that they're keeping from Anita. Now the reason why they're keeping it from Anita, I don't know.
Yeah, it's something that they're keeping from Anita, but that was 100% Sharon.
Yeah. The wig gave it away, honey.
It was. That was what gave it away, was that wig.
I told you we wasn't done with them articulates. We ain't gonna be done. Listen, Donnell is coming. Isn't that his name? The manager. What's his name?
Dante
is coming. Now, I don't know when Dante coming, and I don't know what's gonna happen when he get here. But baby, we're not done until Dante show up. But I knew we wasn't done with them articulates. Honey.
Well, they mentioned them too, about them performing at this charity event that they're gonna have. Now, I don't know when they're gonna have it, but
like I said, I thought Dante was gonna show up at the reunion, but he coming. He coming. I don't know what he gonna do when he get there, but he coming. But yeah, I think next week is gonna be give us a little more action too.
Yeah,
they got to give us a little something before Thanksgiving, because the week of Thanksgiving is gonna be slow. They ain't gonna give us a whole lot the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're in November now, so we're kind of winding down until we get to the beginning of the year. Because now, what I will say, I'm kind of excited to see how they're gonna do the set designs when it comes to Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh yeah,
more specifically Christmas. I can't wait to see how they decorate things. Because I want to see what Anita's house is like at Christmas. Because we know what the Q's house is like at Christmas.
Oh yeah, Anita's house is gonna be beautiful. It better be.
It better be. But yeah, that's all I got. So yeah, let me know. Let the people know what you got coming up.
So at some point today, we're gonna get the Braxtons and maybe even Bell Collective. El Teddy, Abby, and myself are probably going to be doing Chasing Orlando tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It's either going to be on my channel or El Teddy's channel. Not sure who. I think it's my turn, so it'll probably be on my channel. Not the Febreze Holiday Collection will be featured. You're right. Of course, I know tomorrow night is Potomac Monday night is the Whether You Like It or Not panel. It'll be on Sakina's channel next week.
Okay.
And I think everybody will be back. Busy will be off of vacation. I mean, he's not. He's been traveling for work. And T was sick last week, so I think we'll have the full panel, minus JoJo. Y'all know JoJo's on sabbatical until January. I think, and of course, the Salt Wives is on Tuesday night, and Reasonable Doubt. I'm up to episode 5, so y'all will get. I know we're on episode 8, so I'm trying to get caught up. So y'all will get at least one Reasonable Doubt by Monday. Yeah, because when I get off of here, I'm waiting on a delivery. And once that delivery comes and I get all that stuff set up, I have to run an errand and then I'm back home. I don't have a whole lot going on this weekend. So once I do that, and then like I said, I got to run this errand. Hopefully I can. So I might watch Reasonable Doubt now while I'm waiting for the delivery guy to get here. And then I can have it. Oh, it's good. I mean, I'm at the end, like I said, at the end of episode 5. That was when Monica was burning the stuff in the fire. So I know it's good. And then 4 starts next week. Power 4 starts next week, and Love and Marriage Huntsville is back next week. And I think Ready to Love is back next week. I gotta talk to Treese. If Treese really wants to do it, I'll do it for Treese. If she really wants to do, because I think the thing with Treese is she likes us doing panels together because we have a good time doing panels together. But Ready to Love.
We didn't even have a break with this shit. Well, we did, but
we didn't. We didn't have a break. They took a longer break in mid-season than they took to go to the next.
Yeah, that's
so what you got going on?
So I've already did the Braxtons, y'all. I did it live before we
did this. I can't wait to do my review for the Braxtons because
they were all wrong.
I got some things to say.
They were all wrong.
I can agree.
And some it ain't, so we can't put it all on Tamar.
No, we can't. I agree. I agree. It's not all on Tamar. I agree. Like I said, I probably do the Braxtons tonight. At some point today, I'll probably do the Braxtons. So, I just don't have a time for y'all because I don't know when
your
I'm gonna be done. Yeah, a friend of mine. I think I told you about my friend that's moving out of the country. Yeah, so I have a friend that's moving out of the country, and they put their house. I mean, their house sold and everything like that, but they had an auction for all of the. Because she was like basically. At first, she was like, y'all can come get whatever y'all want, like telling us. But because they lived in Philly. But then she decided to just do it on auction. She was like, that way I can just sell everything at one time, yada, yada, yada. And so I've bid on some of the items. I didn't get everything I wanted, but I got some really good stuff. So the delivery's coming today. So I'm getting, I bid on I had bid on some chairs. I was going to get rid of the couch and put the chairs back there. Because those are my favorite chairs. Every time I went to her house. And it's funny because me and somebody else were bidding on those chairs. And she was like, I was going to give you the chairs because I knew you loved them so much. And I also had bid on an electric fireplace that I was going to put in this living room area. But I didn't get that either. But I got some patio furniture for my mom's house. I got a bunch of patio furniture for my mom's house. And then I got a sofa bed that I'm going to put up in my bedroom, my spare bedroom. A computer chair, and a couple of odds and ends, like little odds and ends. So that stuff is coming today. So once that gets here and we get all that stuff set up and all that, whatever, then
you can set up the lives.
Then I'll know what. Yeah. Then I'll know. Yeah.
What up, Don Dons? So
at this point there'll never be a sisterhood, child.
So yeah, we got the Braxtons. That's already been done. So then after this, I got to do A Reasonable Doubt, and I got to do Abbott, and y'all know Baddies reunion part 3 is tomorrow.
Baddies is the show that never ends, honey.
It is because somebody said that they supposed to come back November 23rd. I said, what the fuck? they just started.
Your Baddies is my Love and Marriage Huntsville.
and literally Baddies just started filming 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh my God. But it is what it is. So Baddies, Potomac, it's a struggle with Potomac. Potomac is, especially last week's episode, that was a struggle for me. I don't know about y'all, but it was a struggle for me
No,
to.
it was a struggle for me. It wasn't so much. It was just it's too much. The
It
Mean Girl
is.
shit is just it's just too much.
It really is. That's what it is. It's the Mean Girls. And then y'all know that new show with Kim them starts on Tuesday. All's Fair is 3 episodes.
I'm not watching that. I
I'm
want
watching.
to, but I'm not.
I'm watching because of I want to see Tiana and
I want to
Niecy.
see everybody except for Kim Kardashian.
That's it. Everybody but Kim.
That's why Halle Berry left the show. She was like, I absolutely will not. I
Oh,
will
that
not
is right.
play. She was like, I
That
will
is
not play second fiddle to fucking Kim Kardashian. Absolutely not.
that is right. She was on that show and she did leave it.
I mean, I don't know if that's why she left, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure it is.
Again, if it wasn't that Kim Kardashian was the star under people like Meryl Streep and Niecy Nash, I might not be mad about it, but ain't no way in hell Kim Kardashian is supposed to get top billing over fucking Meryl Streep. You got to be kidding me. Isn't it Meryl Streep that's in it?
It's Glenn Close.
Glenn Close. I'm sorry. Okay, Glenn Close. My fault, not Meryl Streep, but even Glenn Close. So what? No.
Glenn Close, Naomi Watts.
Yeah, Naomi Watts. Like hell no.
And Sarah Paulson. Those are
ain't no way in hell. Those are well established actresses.
Even Niecy.
Ain't no way in hell. Right, even Niecy Nash. Ain't no. I meant Glenn Close. Yeah, I got it. Even Niecy Nash. Ain't no way in hell. I don't know. I'm not saying I won't watch it. I'm not saying I won't peek at it because I do. It does look interesting, but I just can't. I can't with Kim Kardashian. I just can't.
Yeah, and then y'all know Force starts next Friday, so yeah, I'm excited for Force. Even though it's my least favorite of the Power franchise,
it's my least favorite too. Ooh, I can't stand Force. I really, and I don't even remember half of the shit. I probably need to go back.
That's what I was just about to say. I don't remember the previous season because
I really don't, because I don't care nothing about it. I probably need to go back and watch. I'm not gonna watch the whole season. I might just go back and look at my reviews.
That's what I was looking. I went to look at my reviews to see when was the last time I reviewed it, and it's been a year. I said, "Damn."
Yeah, because remember it was this long pause. Because usually usually Power was like a well-run machine, but it was like a long window where they didn't have anything. There was no BMF, there was no Power, there was no nothing, and we were like, "What's going on?"
And that's what I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Stars because it's really the Black programming, which I said this before. 50 wasn't wrong, but it's also 50.
Yeah, I mean, I think 50 had legitimate arguments. 50 is just a fucking troll.
Yeah. Yeah, 50 is a troll.
I don't do American Horror Story.
I do. I love it. So
yeah, I'll be James does too. So okay, so JB does it and James does it.
Oh, and then also you guys, I gotta watch Married at First Sight. And so I'll come and do Married at First Sight sometime. It'll probably be tomorrow when I do Married at First Sight. And that's all I got, pretty much, I think.
That's it.
And Salt Lake City. Now that's a show that's giving.
Baby.
They are giving.
Baby, yes, they are. I can't even be mad at them Salt Wives. I can't even be mad at them Salt Wives. Yeah.
Those girls are giving.
And I know you don't care, but Beverly Hills is coming back in December.
Yeah, I saw that.
I know you don't
care. So like you said about All's Fair, how you said you might peek in. I might peek in with Beverly Hills. In order for me to here's where I stand at when it comes to Beverly Hills. I'll still watch. Review probably not gonna happen. Only way I can come back to Beverly Hills is if Dorit goes, Erica goes. Y'all gonna be surprised that I'm about to say this too. Kyle goes. Y'all know I like Kyle, but those three got to go for me.
Well, Kyle hinted at leaving, and you saw what Garcelle said. The only way she would come back is if Erica was gone.
Mm-hmm. So those three would have to go for me. And I know Kyle probably ain't going nowhere. So if Erica and Dorit are to go, I'll come back. But as long as
if Erica and Dorit go, I think Kyle might be actually tolerable.
I think so too. I agree. I think she might be tolerable.
But I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that this season we see either Bose become the target or Sutton.
It's gonna be one of the two.
Garcelle's revenge. That's how I feel about it. Garcelle's revenge is coming this season.
Because from what I heard, at some point in the filming process, Dorit and Bose were not on good terms with each other. From what I've heard. But
I wonder where Rachel. I wonder how Rachel Zoe is gonna shake it up. Or
I
Rachel
don't know.
Zoe. Is it Rachel Zoe or Rachel
I think it's
Zoe?
so. I don't know nothing about that woman.
I mean, I don't know anything about. I mean, I know who she is. I never watched her show when she had her show before, but I'm just wondering, is she gonna be like? I'm just wondering how she's gonna change the dynamic and shake it up,
As long as she
or
don't
if
come
she's
in.
just gonna be a dud and just fall in line with Kyle. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
about to say, I was about to say, hope she don't come in and be one of Kyle's flunkies.
Yeah.
But with Garcelle, I mean, the only person at this point that's on this cast that would go against Kyle, but she goes against Kyle, but then she kisses Kyle's ass is Sutton. Because Sutton will call out Kyle, but she also kisses her ass at
Yeah,
the same
but Sutton doesn't have her mouthpiece anymore.
time.
Because Garcelle may not like it, but Garcelle, you saved Sutton from a whole lot of ass whoopings. I mean, verbal, you know.
The Informed one, I did see that. I saw it on my Instagram last night. It looks like they're filming the after show.
Mm-hmm.
And Dorit and Bose are together, and Dorit's face looks different.
Well, she probably had work done, child.
Her face looks different once again.
You know how they do. Just like Heather. Heather, I want you to stop. Heather, stop.
Oh,
I understand, you know, but Heather, stop.
Heather Gay.
Yes. Stop with the stop, Heather, stop.
So you know BravoCon is coming up, right? And they got this Wayfair commercial.
That's how her face looks now.
They got this Wayfair commercial with Heather, and Heather is walking through that Wayfair with these heels on, and everybody in the comments like, it looked like she got a shit. Because I kid you not, Heather cannot walk in heels.
I want Heather to stop with the plastic surgery. Like her cheeks are so sunken in. It's too much. It's too much.
It is.
But she still looks better than Lisa to me. I think Lisa is an unattractive woman. I don't give a fuck how much makeup. I don't care how much makeup she puts on. I don't care how much work she has done. Lisa is not attractive to me.
She looks like a witch.
She looks like a pie face. Her face looks smushed in. Her lips are weird.
Yeah, Lisa's not an attractive woman. She thinks.
And on this trip, it's even worse because she doesn't have her glam. Oh,
she looks like a witch. Yeah, you guys, that's all we got. We're gonna get off of here. And we will see you guys next Saturday. Well, so next Saturday, I might not be able to do it on Saturday because one of my aunts passed away this week.
I'm sorry.
So her funeral is next Saturday.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
So it might have to be.
Yeah, well, we'll play it by ear because next Saturday I do have something to do during the day Saturday, but I should be home by the evening.
Okay, we can do it in the afternoon if you want.
Yeah, or we could always do a Sunday morning.
Okay, so I'll let you know because I know for a fact the funeral is next Saturday because my cousins have posted it. I didn't have me in my feelings on Facebook because I posted pictures of my mama, my uncles, and done passed on. Like, oh fuck. Hell, they even posted a picture of me with my mama. I was like, God damn. I was like, I had to be 13 years old in this picture, and I looked pissed. But yeah, you guys, so that's it. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week for Beyond the Gates, and we out of here, y'all.
Bye.